The coronavirus crisis presents a historical challenge for the European Union and its member states. It is now abundantly clear that all aspects of European people's lives, from politics and economy to education and even dating, will be radically redefined. A new normal will be established for the foreseeable future. The steps that are taken by the European Union and its member states to assuage this crisis will shape the future relevance of the European project. We are, in other words, at an existential crossroads. The European Union can rise up from this crisis stronger, more united, and by extension more effective, or it can fall deep into political lethargy and total irrelevance. In this video, I will summarize the key issues that coronavirus crisis presents to the EU and its member states. First of all, we should begin by noticing that European populists are using every opportunity to profit from this health crisis. A case that stands out is Hungary and its Prime Minister Viktor Orban, who, under a new coronavirus law, can rule by decree. We effectively have a dictator in power within one of the EU member states. Something similar is happening in Poland, where Law and Justice Party of Jarosław Kaczynski is planning to go ahead with presidential elections on May the 10th. This would mean that the election takes place during the coronavirus lockdown, which in turn would prevent opposition candidates from campaigning effectively. Well, what is the European Union doing in this case? The European Parliament passed a resolution which deems the activities of both governments as totally incompatible with European values. However, this resolution is bound to be toothless. Confirmation of sanctions on the level of European Council would require a unanimous vote from all EU member states. In this case, both Poland and Hungary promised to veto any decision that would involve sanctions. Clearly, we have a problem there. The EU has to be stronger in its response to our fellow autocrats. The populations of EU member states did come closer together because of this crisis. We can see incredible examples of solidarity shown towards essential workers, doctors, nurses within the separate EU nations. However, cross-border solidarity is a totally different question. Cross-border solidarity requires a much greater effort. It requires a willingness to help the other. This means that the burden of coronavirus crisis on the European Union's economy should be fairly distributed. Countries that suffered the most from the coronavirus crisis should be assisted by the welfare states. This is not really happening right now. The prospect of a collective debt has been consistently opposed by the welfare EU states like Germany and the Netherlands. However, it goes without saying that the impact of fiscal stimulus measures will be much greater if the economic policies are coordinated and balanced among all the European states on the European level. Eurosceptics today are saying that the European Union did not react quickly enough to the coronavirus crisis. There was too little of European Union, they say. Well, this is quite obvious. European Union is not a federal superstate. That being said, the only way to fight Eurosceptics is to ensure that the European Union from this point on becomes more sovereign and much more coordinated in the economic, technological, energy, and medical fields. The coronavirus crisis reminds us that governments have an immense role to play during a humanitarian crisis. In Europe, this could get a bit confusing though. It is the European Union that needs to start playing a leading role. We have to resist the desire to hide within our national borders as soon as, well, shit hits the fan. We therefore need a stronger, more coordinated, and more sovereign Europe.